Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Salebox. This is the Salebox for the 21st of December 2011, covering your daily Steam deals. As this video goes up, there's probably a few hours left. I'm sorry that it's late, but I was working until 2:30 last night, and I couldn't do it anymore. I'm sorry, I was too tired. Anyway, let's cover the games, shall we? The games that are in this particular sale. So we're going to kick off with Payday, which is 50% off, which takes it to $9.99, €9.49, or £7.49, as well as $9.99. Is this game worth having? It's a pretty interesting twist on the Left 4 Dead style of co-op, honestly. What I played of it, I quite liked it. I'm pretty sure Jesse's done a bunch of videos on this game. Go and check out youtube.com/omfgcatter and look for the Payday videos there, because it seems a bit clunky in places, but from what I've played of it, I actually really liked it. So it might be worth a look. I don't know if it's worth it for that price. I suppose that's something that you're going to have to decide for yourself there. Jurassic Park, 50% off. It's $15, 15 euros, £11, or 15 Aussie dollars. Do not touch it with a 10-foot barge pole. This is a game comprised entirely of QTEs. If you're looking for a point-and-click adventure from Telltale, you're not getting it. Jurassic Park is a really terrible game, in my honest opinion. It's like they took Heavy Rain and distilled everything that was bad from Heavy Rain into one game and forgot everything that was good about it. It is a joke of a game. It's barely a game in and of itself. Please avoid this with every fiber of your being. Grotesque Tactics, 75% off. So that's Grotesque Tactics and Grotesque Tactics 2. Now, these games, well, certainly the first game was pretty terrible, honestly. It doesn't cost you all that much. Evil Heroes, the first one, is $2.50, £1.86, or €2.36, as well as $2 Aussie dollars 49. Yeah, no. It's just no. It's a tactical battle RPG, but it's trying to be funny, and it fails miserably at every possible opportunity. It's got clunky animations, the mechanics aren't all that good. Grotesque Tactics 2 Dungeons and Donuts is also available, or you can buy the pack as well. Cost of Dungeons and Donuts, bearing in mind its more recent release, is... come on, compute. There we go. $5. £4.24, that's 33% higher than the US price, by the way, so that's a bit of a rip-off in and of itself. €5, also 30% higher there, or 5 Aussie dollars. I just wouldn't bother, really. I know tactics games are certainly something that we don't have a huge amount of on the PC, but from what I've seen of these titles, they are simply not worth the risk. Maybe you want to drop a couple of dollars on the first one and see how it is, because you're not going to lose a lot, but honestly, they're not particularly good. Swords and Soldiers HD, 75% off. That's $2.50, €2.50, £1.74, or 2 Aussie dollars 50. So this game, for that price, I'd say it's probably worthwhile. I did do a WTF Viz of it, and I did criticize it in many areas, but it's still quite a nice game. For that price, I'd say it's a nice, casual bit of fun every now and again. It's a coffee break game. Something that you can play, and it doesn't require a huge amount of brain cells. It kind of plays like those tug-of-war flash games, if you remember that. It's sort of just spawning units on one side versus another, but it's got a bit more strategy in it, and it does have a very nice art style. Plus, these guys are also going on to make a game called Awesome Nauts, which I would love to see come to fruition. It's a cartoony, side-on Dota-style game, which is quite good. So, for that price, yeah, it's not too bad. Check out my WTFs video and see whether or not you think it's worthwhile. Sherlock Holmes games, 75% off on all of them. I don't even know. I'm not going to try and recommend these because I have never played them. I don't have a clue. If you're really into Sherlock Holmes, I guess it's worth a look. But yeah, the Metacritic ratings are all over the place for these ones. Not that I really trust Metacritic all that much, but the highest rated one is 73, which is not a terrible rating, but still, I don't know. I can't recommend or not recommend them because I haven't played them. Mountain Blade, 75% off, right? These I can definitely recommend one way or the other. So, the one you want to be buying from this is Warband, as far as I'm concerned. You could also buy Fire and Sword. Fire and Sword is actually quite cheap. Surprisingly so, bearing in mind that it's the newest game. So the price of Fire and Sword is $3.75, £2.50, €3.75, or 3 Aussie dollars 75. Now, Fire and Sword, it is good, don't get me wrong, but it's got a lot of balance problems, and it's nowhere near as well modded as Warband. Warband is actually a bit more expensive, even though it's older, because it was a full-priced release. $7.50, £5, €6.24, which is quite nice because that's almost the same as the dollar amount, or 7 Aussie dollars 50. Now, this game is absolutely stellar, in my opinion. This is the best of the series. It's got way more features than Mount & Blade does. It has the multiplayer and a lot of mod support. Fire and Sword has firearms in it, and you might think, oh, that's really cool. It kind of is, but they're not well balanced, in my opinion. When I did my WCF as a Fire and Sword, I found it fairly disappointing. There are still a lot of issues to be worked out with that version. The complete pack is basically pointless. If you really want to get the complete Mount & Blade experience, buy Warband and Fire and Sword, and don't buy the original Mount & Blade, because there's no point. There isn't. Warband is better than Mount & Blade in every way. Every way. But I would highly recommend these games regardless. What are they? They are free-roaming, sort of sandboxy medieval combat simulators. It's like playing Total War, but you are actually fighting in the battle. The combat system is really nice. It's got some of the best horse control and lance control I've ever seen in a game. I would, without question, highly recommend it. Monday Night Combat, 50% off. Now, Super Monday Night Combat is currently in beta, but doesn't mean that this game isn't worth having. Costs you $5 as well as 5 Aussie dollars, and I think this is actually, is it available in the region? Yeah, it is. It's at £3.99, and it won't bring up the sodding euro price. I think the euro price is about €4 at a guess here. Is Monday Night Combat worthwhile? Well, I did a WTF of this game as well, so feel free to check that one out if you want an impression of what it is. It's kind of like it's a bit of a mixture between TF2 and Dota, honestly. People might say, oh, it's a TF2 clone. It really, really isn't. It's not. I mean, you're building defenses, you're actually buying stuff with currency, and there's a lot of NPCs. There are mobs, basically. It's kind of like a PvE crossed with PvP setup. It's more like Dota than it is like TF2. It is a very fun game. For that price, it might be worth you certainly giving a shot of it. I did enjoy it when I played it. The problem is that Super Monday Night Combat is on the way as well, so I don't know if it's really worth it for that price. 75% off, I would have definitely said absolutely 110% give this game a shot. For that price, it's kind of a... But if you are looking for a third-person Dota-style game that does have a fairly active community, then Monday Night Combat is certainly for you. Go watch my video on it. I certainly enjoyed what I played of it. Defense Grid, 75% off. I can wholeheartedly recommend this if you even have a passing interest in tower defense games. It's $2.50, €2.24, £1.74, or 2 Aussie dollars 49. All of the DLC is also 75% off, and the recent DLC, You Monster, is a Portal-themed DLC with GLaDOS voice acting in it. That costs basically nothing. In my opinion, you should be buying the whole pack, and you can do so for... This is retarded. It's a reduced price on that again. You pay the same price for Defense Grid and all the DLC that you would for Defense Grid. It's insane. It's absolutely nuts. You get Resurgent packs 1 through 4, and you get the You Monster DLC. That's ridiculously good for the price that I just gave you. It is one of the most polished tower defense games I've ever seen. It's got amazing voice acting. It actually has some character to it that most tower defense games don't have, because you've got this senile computer voice acting and telling you a story the entire way through. Defense Grid is a wonderful game, and I cannot stress enough that you should pick this up. As far as I'm concerned, that is the best deal in the entire sale today. It really, really is. So please check out Defense Grid. You will not be disappointed. Neverwinter Nights 2 Platinum, 75% off. That's €5, €5, £3.74, or 5 Aussie dollars. So the euros kind of get screwed over a little bit there, although not by much. Neverwinter Nights 2 Platinum has quite a lot with it. It's got a lot of DLC with it, particularly the expansion packs, Mask of the Betrayer and Storm of Zahir, as well as all of the other stuff that they added in there. When I played Neverwinter Nights 2 on launch, it was very buggy because it is an Obsidian release. It has been polished up significantly more, however, and if you are looking for a genuinely deep RPG experience in the style of the older school Black Isle and BioWare stuff, then yes, absolutely. I would definitely be looking into that. Bear in mind that it is heavily influenced by D&D, so if you are not into Dungeons & Dragons, I doubt you'll enjoy this, but Neverwinter Nights 2 is a game you should be investigating. It had performance problems on launch, but I have a feeling that that's now been sorted out, and of course we have more powerful PCs available, so we shouldn't be getting hammered too much by that title. Stalker, 75% off. All of the games are on 75% off here. Now, of the Stalker games, the best ones are Call of Pripyat and Shadow of Chernobyl. Clear Sky is the least accomplished game, although it is actually the cheapest as well. So price-wise, you're looking for $5 for Shadow of Chernobyl. You're looking at £2.49, which is actually, this is really good for Europeans and UK guys. That's 22% lower than the US price. The EU price is €2.50. That means you save 35% over the US guys, and even the Aussies actually have it really, really good here, because if, by the looks of it, I think it's about $3.74. So that's a really, really good price there. Stalker, particularly with the mods, like, say, the Stalker Complete, they are some of the best PC shooters you will ever see. You've got a free-roaming shooter with RPG elements. It is challenging. There's a lot of gunplay in it. The guns actually feel great, in my opinion. It's a little bit scary. It's got a good plot. It has so much innovation in it, and what really disappointed me is that Stalker 2 has actually been cancelled, potentially. So you should definitely pick that one up. Call of Pripyat is the more recent one. That is worth getting as well. That's got a lot of great changes in it. I enjoyed that very, very much indeed. You're looking at $3.74, £3.24, so the UK guys kind of get screwed over there. And let's see what else you're looking at. I think it's something along the lines of €4. My script is bugging out here, so it's not ideal. And you could also pick up the complete bundle if you like, and that's a fairly good offer as well. There's quite a lot off there, and that will set you back £5.74. And please give me the sodding numbers script. Come on, compute it. Do it. There we go. $8.74, £5.74, €5.99, or Aussie dollars 24. In fact, the Australians get the best deal on that bundle. Clear Sky is the weakest of the lot, although there are mods for it that do make it significantly better. But Call of Pripyat and Shadow of Chernobyl, you should absolutely play. Play Shadow first, then play Pripyat. Play Clear Sky if you're really feeling like more Stalker, but you may end up being disappointed by it. Okay, Batman Arkham City, 50% off. This is a great deal for a brand new title. However, the Aussies get screwed over. It's 50 Aussie dollars, whereas it's 25 US dollars, 25 euros on £19.99. Currently, there are some big issues with the port in that the DirectX 11 version does not work properly. So the port is a bit ropey. It is a great game. It is absolutely fantastic. I played it on console. I enjoyed it an awful lot. But, as I said, there are problems with it. The DLC is also 50% off. The challenge map pack is very, very cheap. And then you've got Arkham City skins that no one really cares about. And the Nightwing bundle is definitely worth having, as is the Robin bundle there as well. The game does seem to run fairly well in the DirectX 9 mode, but the really pretty DirectX 11 is still having problems. It might be worth picking it up now, because I doubt you'll see it that cheap again for a very long time, honestly, because it is a very, very new game. It is a AAA title. It's definitely worth having a look at. But, as I said, because of the PC issues, I am hesitant to fully recommend it. But still, it is an awesome game, and I imagine those issues will get fixed sooner rather than later. And the last but by no means least, or perhaps least in your opinion, F1, 50% off. That takes it down to $25, 20 euros, £15, or 24 Aussie dollars 99. It's an F1 game. I can't recommend an F1 game because I don't play F1 games. I'm sorry, I don't really know an awful lot about it. All I know is that it's got high Metacritic ratings and it's a fairly well-regarded game from F1 fans. If you're into F1, chances are you either already own this or you already know about it, so you don't really need my recommendation. If you're not into it, then this probably isn't the place to start. Okay, folks, that's me done for the day. Now, thanks to the grace period, you'll have another 7.5 hours or so to continue to buy from this sale. As I said, it does overrun a few hours now. They keep the deals on for a few hours after the next ones go up to allow you to grab ones that you've missed, and then they take them off. So you do have a reasonable amount of time there. And remember to keep an eye on the Great Gift Giveaway for chances for you to win games, the Great Gift Pile. Just click on that on the front page. It's store.steampower.com/holiday sale, and that gives you a bunch of information as to how the gift giveaway actually works. My name's been TotalBiscuit. Hopefully this has been helpful to you, and I will see you next time.